Yo, peace and welcome to the official Pips Over Money YouTube channel. Now, we're going to be looking at the M formation that formed on the GBP NZD technically it was on Thursday, and that led up to a nice move on Friday. The market dropped, drop it like it's hard, drop it like it's hard. Anyway, shout out to Pharrell. So before we look into that, if you've ever before we jump into the chart, because I'm going to go over there, you're going to stay right there, but I'm going to go over there and then I'll be behind the scenes telling you a little bit more information about the M formation. If you've ever looked into M formations or W formations, then you know that they can be powerful. Now, I don't typically look for them in a sense, but when you see them, definitely an opportunity for you to bank some pips. Now, I happen to be trading the GBP JPY, and I was looking at the GBP NZD, and I saw the beginning of the M formation, and I felt confident that that would be a good idea because it seemed like it was going to do some magical things. And if M stands for magical, makes sense, right? So what we're going to do is jump over to the chart, and then I'm going to go through and give you a really quick hack on how to find M formations. You're going to love this, so don't turn the video off. And matter of fact, watch another video after this video because you're going to continually get repetitious ideas, okay, that will help you along your training journey. I don't know why I started to sound like a robot. However, let's hop over. I'm going to show you a quick way to hack the M and W formations in Forex. So stay right there. I'm going over here. It didn't. All right, so here we are behind the screens, and I just wanted to give you, as promised, the hack for finding M and W formations in Forex. Now, if you've never heard of M and W formations, there are some traders that prefer to use these particular patterns to trade and do so regularly and consistently because they're always looking for these formations. And I promise you, once you hone in on what they look like, you won't be able to unsee them. That is, I normally don't make promises, but when you start to really dive into M and W formations, it's something that you cannot unsee, okay? So just to give you a little bit of background so that you understand, an M formation is typically what we would look for at resistance, and a W formation is what you would look for at support. Now, another thing to dig it even further, don't expect it to be like a perfect M every time. They're not going to look alike, right? They may look like this. They may look like this. They may look like that, right? Or even the W, it may look like that, or it may look like that. Keep in mind, don't be rigid in what they look like. Just understand what the market is telling you. This is a psychological statement about the market, okay? Now, what we're going to do, before I point it out, I want to give you a couple seconds to see if you find it. Now, it is in this area. I'll just draw a box around it. Hopefully, you can see it. And if not, it's okay because I'm going to show it to you. Now, I'm going to give you a couple seconds. 1, 2, 3. All right, so you saw it. Hopefully you found it. If not, that's what this video is for. So here is your first leg, and then the dip, and then the top, and then the massive dip. Now, ideally, and this is exactly what I saw when I opened up my chart and I looked at this pair, okay? This is exactly how I saw it, and it's great when you are in positions like this because you see things and you say, oh snap, let me take advantage. Essentially, it was like that, okay? So ideally, don't get caught up in trying to make an M, okay? Don't get caught up in that idea. You want to see that it's already starting this formation, and your target is to get in on the second leg and take it down to the first leg, okay? So don't try to get in over here and say, oh, I know this is a dip of the M. Nah. That's not. That's just because it can do that, right? Now, if you get a formation at resistance and it hits that and then you get something like that, and it's failing to go higher, boom, this is an opportunity for you to take that M formation down. Now, as promised, I told you I was going to give you a hack. And if you watch the support and resistance hack video, then you might know where I'm going with this. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you watch it, because this will change your trading as well. Getting a simplified way to find support and resistance is going to help you out tremendously, right? So kind of the same hack, but with a different intention, right? We're looking for them intentions. Okay, that wasn't funny. Anyway, so here it is. All right, here it is. We're gonna flip to the line chart, and you guys know. Okay, I don't have my lines on, so I'll have to turn that on real quick. All good. You guys know that I'm a proponent. I don't know why more traders don't embrace the line chart. The line chart, I get it too. I mean, of course, candlesticks give you so much more information. However, line charts are lit because they start with the LI. Anyway, so here we have a beautiful level of resistance. And what I'm going to do is kind of show you what I saw when I opened up this chart. This is what it looked like. Remember, I didn't get caught up in trying to make this dip happen. Okay? Like, I wasn't like, oh, is that the dip of the M? No. All I saw when I got to this chart was essentially this. That's how it looked. And so my main goal was to find a good entry, which was typically right here. If I'm not mistaken, it was like literally like in this area, and to drag that bad boy down to this area. Now, look at this, right? Let's just, I'm gonna erase this beautiful drawing that's on your screen, and we will see how closely this second leg lines up with the first leg. All right, let's erase. Look at that. Not perfect, but damn close, okay? Damn close. What, like a couple pips off? Yeah, like maybe 90 pips off. But keep in mind, we caught it, second leg, going down, you up like 250 pips. Now, a further hack to make this more impactful for you is to look for these formations on a higher time frame. Haha, really? Did you just say that? Yes, look for them on a higher time frame. Why do you want to do that? If you do it on a higher time frame, it gives you more of an opportunity to collect more pips. We are pip magnets, okay? That's the whole point of this channel. Pips over money is to show you how to extract pips from the Forex market. Get the pips, okay? So what we're going to do, go up to the weekly chart, and let's just see if we can find a W on the weekly chart with the line charts drawn on. Let's see. Up, bam, look at that. We didn't even have to go back far. Look at this. All right, so here we have a nice opportunity. And let's just say, because again, with the M, understanding that it's basically the reverse. With the M, your intention is to grab it there and then take it down, right? So with the W, your intention is to grab it here and take it up, right? So what we find is that on this particular chart, we had an opportunity to enter. Keep in mind, this is the weekly chart, yo. You should get excited about this fact, okay? This is the weekly chart, weekly. That means if you've ever wondered how I can hold trades for like weeks, understand what I'm showing you here, okay? This is the weekly chart. Now, this red line is gonna be our point of exit, okay? So let me just go back. Point of exit, because this looks like that's the top of the leg, right? And then this green line, actually we're gonna switch these lines because I want this to be basically the W. And so this green line is gonna be where we got in. The red line will be, actually I'm gonna make it a different color so we don't get confused. Yellow is basically where we paid attention. We were cautious, okay? We got it? And then let me highlight this area so that we know what we're looking for. And we can look at the pips and the opportunity. Okay. So we're going to drop down to the daily chart, and we're going to look at this area. Okay. Now, look how choppy it looks on the daily. You're like, whoa, what happened to that smooth leg and then that part? I know, right? That's the advantage of using this higher time frame, because it smoothed all that out for you. You don't have to look at that. Now, here you are, and you're saying, where do I get in? Okay, let's flip back. Let's just scoot this bad boy over, not this bad boy, put that bad boy back. Scoot this bad boy over to be more focused on the second leg, right? Let's drop down, okay? So now we're basically in the second leg. And so what we're gonna do, let's switch over to the candlesticks, and you see a little bit of confusion. All right, you're like, oh, this is a little choppy in here. Now, we are still in the, keep in mind, we are in the going down. I don't know what you call these. I guess, I don't know what you call them, right? What do you call this part of the W? I don't know. Anyway, so you're at the midpoint, I guess, right? And so our intention is to catch the second leg. This is the second leg, all right? So let's see if we can find a good entry opportunity on the second leg. Technically, we've already defined our entry, which is this green line. So we're gonna drop down to the daily. If I'm taking this too fast, watch this video again, okay? So that you can understand. Now, we have officially established on the weekly that this is going to be the second leg of the W at the yellow line of support. Now, we are looking for candlestick confirmation of entry. Okay, so you got this candle. Someone could have said, oh, I want to get in here. To me, this doesn't, it's not bad. It just doesn't really, I mean, it doesn't really give you a strong, like, oh, this is the move, right? So something like this would probably be desirable. And keep in mind, I know that this day probably would have scared the crap out of some folks. However, at the end of it, you were Gucci. Gucci Mane, okay? And then voila, let's say you got in here. Because you said, okay, bam. I got a little situation, a 3-candle confirmation situation that this mug is ready to go up. And so you got in there and you took it up to the red line. Even if you took it beyond that, you're good, right? But anyway, so I hope that this helps. Look for the formation on a time frame higher than what you would want to trade, and this is something, once you start to see it, like, you really can't unsee it. Like, you will literally start seeing M's and W's everywhere. It's really, really interesting. It's really, really interesting, and it goes really deep. And then when you go beyond just seeing them to understanding why they're happening, that's what's gonna blow your mind. Okay, that's gonna blow your mind big time. All right, so hope this video helped. If you like seeing hacks like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Throw me a thumbs up, throw me a like, say, yo, that was helpful, or I hated it, whatever you want to do to express yourself. It's all love, it's all welcome. So until the next video, peace.